Get your St. Louis MMA fix at knucklejunkies.com.
This video is sponsored by Brad Carey with Realty Executives Premier. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, call Brad Carey.
All right, knucklejunkies.com here with the victorious Matt Murphy. Matt kicking off the main card of Shamrock FC 300 with a convincing finish of Joe Mueller. Got the finish about midway through the second round. Just your initial thoughts on the fight.
I came out with a game plan. Me and my team, my coaches, everybody, we had a game plan going in, and we didn't have a plan B and C because the plan A worked out fine. And I mean, that's something I've learned in the sport. As long as you have a plan A and you stick to it, there's no need for a plan B and C, and that's what we did. We stuck to plan A, and we got the victory tonight.
You know, you did a good job from the onset. You know, you kind of figured out the distance, closed the distance, made it a much more tougher fight. You know, close-in fight. Spent most of the entire first round on top. You know, throwing ground and pound. Just, I mean, how important was that to, like I said, to close that gap? It
was very important. We knew going in, Joe Mueller, he's a long fighter. He's a top fighter. He knows how to measure distance very well. Also using his kicks and his striking very well to keep that distance and open up with his striking. I knew going in I had to close that distance immediately and get the fight to his back where I knew he wasn't familiar with as well as I was. And that's what I did, and we came out with the victory.
All right, we're here with the victorious Adam Cella here at the SFC 300. Adam got the first round TKO. Got not back in the win column. It's got to feel good. Just some general thoughts on the victory.
You know, the fight itself, we actually thought he would probably try shooting right away. Came out, hit me with a little jab. I was like, okay. I think he kind of wants to trade a little bit. Then he threw a good kick, but he kicked me. I think I just walked him right back down. I think it kind of pissed me off a little bit. So then I got a pretty good body lock into a slam for some reason, which is unusual for me. And you know, and then from there it was listening to my coaches. I heard Zach and Kevin and C pretty clear. So I think they kind of walked me through it.
Now this is a new weight class for you, right?
It's returning to an old weight class.
Okay.
I went down to 170 for a little bit, and that's not for me.
Right.
I mean, you end up fighting the scale more than anything else.
Okay. And so I mean, what does this do for you aside from just kind of like say get the momentum train going?
That's pretty much it, man. It makes it fun again. You know, Eddie's a super tough guy. I've seen him fight before. He's got a lot of experience. So 22 victories, that is nothing to shake your head at. 22 professional victories is a lot. And to come in here and handle it the way I did, I feel like my training paid off. And to be honest with you, I have no injuries. I don't feel bad at all. So, you know, my buddy Kevin's got a boxing match next week. We're gonna go do that. And then we'll see what happens.
All right, we're here with the victorious Arion Zekthi. Arion with the second round finish of Jordan Collins here at SFC 300. Arion, after a grapple-heavy first round, you guys kind of mixed it up a little bit, and then take me to the finish.
Yeah, so I mean, the first round, you know, he did a good job. I wanted to come out there and kind of impose my will, test my range, and hit him up a little bit, but he did a very good job of just closing the distance, coming in with a head kick and immediate takedown. I didn't really anticipate that, so he did catch me off guard. But I did a pretty good job of stifling his advancements in the first round. I was getting really good position on him, landing him some elbows, some punches, trying to go for some submission attempts. But I could feel that his style of fighting was very one of extreme cardio, and I knew that there was no way that he could keep that pace up. So I was like, you know, take my time, be methodical, get the positions, put my weight on him, get him tired. And in the second round, when he came out, I mean, I noticed a huge difference in his cardio. I mean, he was hesitant, he was looking for singular motion, so that's when I planted that 2. He came in shooting for a shot, just like I knew he would. You know, in this fight, when I foresaw this, I knew I was gonna touch him, and I knew he was gonna shoot out of desperation. And that's what we saw in the second round. And when he shot in, left his neck exposed, I was able to transition, trap the arm, get the rear naked, and that's all she wrote.
And now you've hinted at maybe dropping it at 125. You know, you've had a lot of fights here at 35. I mean, you think you doing that for a new challenge, or maybe you need to test some of these Kansas City waters, or what?
Honestly, it's just been something in the back of my mind. 135 is getting a little easier and easier to make. and I think maybe like a test cut to 130, maybe like a catch weight, because I want to see the diminishing returns. I don't want to lose my mass and my cardio and my strength at the cost of size on people. Just because I'm bigger doesn't mean I'm going to be stronger and faster, you know. So it's going to be back to the drawing board, you know. I know for a fact that I can make 125. I just don't know how I'll feel, so that's going to definitely be a test process. But there's still guys at 135 to fight. I mean, I know that I got this like bullseye on my back, you know what I mean? And I know that because of the way I talk and the way I present myself and the way I come into fights, that you guys all want to beat me. Well, good fucking luck. I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. So until I get that Shamrock FC belt and move on to Bellator, I'm whooping all your asses.
All right, we're here with Scott Ettling. Scott with the first round finish. Johannes Flogger here at SFC 300 co-main event. You got the armbar finish to keep the win streak going a little bit. Just thoughts on the victory?
I just came tonight. I mean, this is the most amped I've been, the best I've felt in a long time. I'm done with 35 until I could train full time, but I work full time and train. 45 is my weight class. I'm staying here until I can actually move on to something bigger. I felt awesome tonight, man. I mean, I was just ready to roll.
I mean, you really think that 10 pounds different can make a difference, huh?
That 10 pounds is a killer. I'm just glad I got to keep the extra 10 this time.
Now, anything about Johannes, anything about the fight surprise you?
Not really. I was just a little timid on my feet. I mean, I just thought he was going to throw something crazy. The way he had his stance real wide, it was hard to tell what he was going to do. So I was just kind of playing it off, trying to feed off of him, you know, counter-striking. And once he hit me, I just started throwing some in there and just started taking them. And I ended up locking up the armbar and finishing it.
So is it kind of a little bit of peace of mind knowing, okay, this 45, this is I'm going to stick with this at least for a little while, and kind of any thoughts on anybody who comes to mind?
I don't have any thoughts on anyone, honestly. I just hope they keep giving me tough opponents, and I'm just going to keep, you know, beating every one of them. I mean, I'm gonna make my way to the top, and that's my goal. I'm going to do it. It might be slow, but I'll get there.
All right, we're here with your SFC 300 main event winner, Garrett Gross. Garrett with the first round finish of a tough Garrett Mueller. Man, definitely your accuracy was key tonight, and you really pumped up the volume. Man, maybe it's best as I've seen you. Just thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, I mean, I went out and did what I wanted to do. I wanted to stay away because I knew he was going to try to take me down, which he got me against the cage one time, but I got off pretty quick. That's what we've been working, to keep my distance and just landed the punches, and that's what happened.
You know, you're determined to land. You know, you're throwing that uppercut a lot, and then it finally kind of worked for you a little bit. Yeah,
that's my money maker right there. You know, usually when you get hit by that, you don't come back. So that's what I threw.
Now you wrap up 2017 3-0. I mean, you've got to be happy with the progress, and as you move into 2018.
Sure, you know, it's a good start. I moved back, and it's from Florida to Illinois, and I've been undefeated since. So that's the plan, is to keep going. Yeah.
And anything surprise you out there?
No, not really. I knew he was going to come out strong and want to impress it. So that's what I expected, and got the outcome we wanted.
Now, any names or any fights in particular you like to have next year?
It doesn't matter to me. You know, like I said, I think I'm in title contention, so I'll be ready at all times.
knucklejunkies.com